17th of June 2022. Gaming analyst Ben Lee considers that the unexpected decision to increase indirect taxes in Macau by 1% will create doubts and uncertainty among those interested in new concessions set to start from 2023. A committee of the Legislative Assembly of Macau ended the discussion on the new gambling law on Wednesday, which is due to be voted on in the plenary, in general, on 21st of June. The final version of the proposed law that regulates casinos in Macau provides for an increase from 1.6 to 2% of the current tax on gaming revenues, handed over to the Macau Foundation for cultural, educational, scientific, academic and philanthropic purposes. The legal regime for the operation of games of chance in casinos also provides for an increase from 2.4 to 3% of the tax, earmarked for the Macau Social Security Fund and Urban and Tourist Development. Casinos will also continue to pay a direct tax of 35% on gaming revenues, which means an increase in the total tax burden from 39 to 40%. Looking at 2021 revenues, that would mean an extra tax of MOP 868.6 million or $107.4 million. If we look at it as an additional 1% from the current 39%, it's not a big deal, Ben Lee, an analyst at gaming consultancy IGMX, told LUSA. However, as the increase came without warning, potential new investors will wonder what else could suddenly come, he added. The proposed law provides for a potential tax reduction, up to a maximum of 5%. For reasons of public interest, namely for reasons of expansion of customer markets in foreign countries. Ben Lee said he believed that this point reflected the Chinese government's growing desire to control capital flight through Macau. China is extremely concerned about its economy right now. The economy is slowing down very, very fast. We have heard about players who have been stopped at the border and prevented from coming to Macau, despite having obtained a visa, he revealed. But, underlined Ben Lee, with the exception of baccarat in large betting rooms, casino operators are currently unable to identify revenue from individual players, namely foreigners. In addition, the analyst said he believed that a 5% discount might not be enough to encourage future dealerships to invest in new markets. With the increase in direct taxes and the introduction of a minimum gross revenue threshold for each gaming table and machine, the Macau government wants to establish a minimum for public revenue, which depends on the tax on gambling, defended Ben Lee. Historically, there has always been a difference between actual and forecast public revenue. This year the discrepancy is expected to be the biggest ever, he added. Macau Chief Executive Hoyat Tseng admitted on June 6 that he would adjust the budget of the Chinese Special Administrative Region, which provided for an increase in gaming revenues in 2022. According to figures from the Gaming Inspection and Coordination Directorate, gaming revenues in Macau fell by 44% in the first 5 months of the year compared to the same period in 2021. For the analyst, the increase in indirect taxes puts enormous risks for concessionaires and will reduce the chances of having new investors. Current gaming licenses expire on December 31, 2022. And the government wants to proceed with a public tender to award new concessions. Even so, in the analyst's opinion, there will be interested parties. Probably a foreign operator who does not care about the risk because he seeks leadership. Thank you for listening. This news is brought to you by mpluslivetv in cooperation with Macau News Agency. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and follow us on Facebook.